Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for this early morning session. My name is Adrian. I'm working here at Odoo for nearly 2 years now, and I'm really excited to discuss with you a topic that has become really crucial for today's service-based businesses, which is delivering outstanding on-site support. As you can see, there is a Q&A pad on the lower right corner. I invite you to scan it. So we will have a Q&A session just afterwards. So today together we will cover the field service module of Odoo 17, as you might guess. This module is built to get your on-site operation to a next level. Together we'll delve into its features, its advantage. We will see that through a demonstration how transformative it can be for your business. But first, let's have a look at why this field service module exists and why is it necessary and crucial for for business that deliver service on site. So we highlighted, let's say, three main pain points for those business services. The first one is the difficulty in having a global and holistic view about the different operation that needs to be performed, the different operators that are assigned to those tasks, and much more difficult to be able to schedule correctly the different tasks and dispatch the right technicians. This difficulty in planning and dispatching leads often to longer clients' response time, to loss of time during travels, and unnecessary cost regarding those. The second point is the lack of real-time communication between, on the one hand, the main office and the field technicians. Indeed, it's very difficult to be able to know which technician made what operation, what has been done, what needs to be performed yet, etc., etc. I often discuss with some clients about that. They tell me they're using WhatsApp groups to share all the information. You might guess it's really difficult to have something organized and planned only with a WhatsApp group. That leads often to miscommunications and a loss of productive time. The final and third point that we want to highlight today is the difficulty in having and tracking the parts necessary for operations. Really difficult to know when you have different vans, different technicians in those vans, to know what parts are where, what needs to be reordered, what needs to be prepared for a specific operation. That leads often to incomplete jobs because of lack of parts or missing parts. So here today, the Odoo Field Service module helps with responding to those specific needs and problems. But how? How can we do that? The field service module does not come alone, and that's a big strength of Odoo, is that it is always connected and interconnected with other modules. Each module and every module are interconnected and share information between each other. You must see the field service as let's say, the command center, where you will have the full and global view on the operation, but it is assisted by the sales to be able to quote and send sales order to clients, to project to have the task, to the timesheet to be able for the technician to register the time, with the inventory, it's also linked, to be able to track the parts and the inventory, and also invoice, of course, to be able to get the money out of the work that has been done. So let's go and dive into a demonstration. For that, I will ask you to imagine yourself as a service company active in the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning sector, and we will do some installation, replacement, repair, some interaction with clients, and you'll see that through a demonstration right now. So let's dive into the database. We have a new client that we need to quote and send a quote for installation of a heating system and air conditioning system, for example. So to do that, let's go directly in the sales. We won't go directly in the field service, but you will see just after how it is connected, of course. And let's create a new quotation. So we will have a new quotation. Let's select a customer. Let's say Bright Light Enterprise, for example. As you can see, all the information about this customer are directly automated, and we have a specific quotation template. So for example, and that's really easy for us to be able to have this full quotation template with pre-configured products. As you can see, first section for underfloor heating and the second section for air conditioning. We have the different products. As you can see, they are available thanks to this little icon, and we have the different service of installation. So we will send this quotation to the customer and confirm it directly here for the purpose of this demonstration. Once the sales order is confirmed, as you can see, we have some automation directly in Odoo. We have a specific project that has been created. We can have a look at it. It's this new project, a new installation. We have 2 tasks that has been created in this project. We also have the information about the delivery note that that we will see just after. So let's go in those tasks and projects to be able to plan those tasks. So we'll have here in the field service module, we'll see all tasks. I'm the manager here, and I will see all tasks that need to be scheduled. Let's see. Okay, perfect. We have those tasks, and we can see, thanks to the search bar, we have a lot of different tasks here. So we will filter that, search for the task number 45, which is the number of the sales order. And we can see directly, perfect, we have for the 45, the installation of the heat pump and the installation of the air conditioning unit for Bright Light Enterprise. Perfect. So let's go, let's see first, for example, the heat pump installation. This is the task, and how we can see it. As we can see, we have directly the project linked, the customer linked, the sales order item that is linked. As you can see, the allocated time, it was 4 hours. It is directly registered here. So we will be able to assign it to someone. Let's say for the example, assign it to myself, and I will be able to plan the date. Really easy. We'll see today, for example, from, let's say, the 1 p.m. to today. So today 1 p.m. to today, let's say 3. Perfect, and I'll apply. The plan date is applied. So as the manager, I will be able to add a description. So for example, I had the contact with the client that tells me that I need to call the client before arriving because they need to organize themselves. And I will be able to set this stage as planned and put it ready to go and approved. As you can see on the chatter in the right, this chatter is really the historical of every interaction that has been made with in regard to that specific task, that an SMS can be automatically sent to the client to say, okay, your intervention is scheduled today at 1. Perfect. Interaction with the client is automated. The employee, the technician, has received directly an information, a notification, and you can see that in my task directly. Up, let's go to the task. I can see that my task, and you have a new task now. This is this one that is planned at 1. So to see my task, and that's also something that I quite like about Odoo Field Service, is that I can have a map view directly, and I can see my task for the day, and directly by clicking on the different tasks. So I can see that I have a task in Brussels at the Grand Place at 1. I have the information directly, and that I needed to fix a pump here in Louvain-la-Neuve before. So perfect, I can directly go and even navigate to this specific task. But let's open the task here and open the task. So I'm the technician, perfect. I see that I have all the information needed for me, and I can directly navigate to this place, to the customer place. So that's really, really useful. It's a direct link with the Google Map view, and so I can directly, because there is, of course, the mobile device that is available, so I can just have Odoo on my mobile and access through my Maps view, the software and the installation place. So let's go back to the DB. I can navigate to the client. I can, of course, even have my phone connected, and so call the client just before arriving. I call the client via here, really easy. The client tells me that, okay, you can go, perfect, let's start the intervention. So I'll start the intervention, but I need to register my time, really easy. I just click on the start button, and you have a clock that is starting just now. So I'll start my intervention. I can have a look directly at the sales orders and what has been sold and what needs to be performed. I can directly see that here. Okay, an heat pump, a boiler, some pipe, and the installation, of course, for the underfloor heating. Okay, perfect. I will install all those products, but I can see that I missed some parts. In the end, the information was not exactly right, and I need a bit more length of the pipe and other products. No problem for that, really easy. I can click here to add new products to the sales order and to the intervention. And so I can say, okay, perfect. I can add some multi-layer pipe. There was, I don't know, 20 meters missing. I can just add those 20 meters there. I can, of course, add other products. For example, finally, in the end, the client needed an air filter. Easy, I just add the air filter here. Let's go back to this product. So as you can see, the product has been added and the sales order has changed. Of course, as you can see, the filter and the multi-layer pipe has been added to the product. We have them in stock, so perfect. Everything is correct. The task is in progress, of course, that I can do, and go further with the information. As you can see, the time started, the information is there. I ended the task, perfect, everything is done. I can stop the clock. I will say, for example, I worked 3 hours here, installation done. I can add a little feedback, just added 20 meters pipe, for example. I can save. So the timesheet, you can see it here, of course. You can see that the allocated time was 4, but I only took 3 hours, so good news. And I can see that I have 1 hour remaining here, and the time stopped. The time is stopped. It's time to fill in the worksheet. And again, no need to have a paper and fill in the worksheet after with the paper. I can only have my tablet on my phone and click on the worksheet here to have a full worksheet that is totally personalizable in this aspect, and that I can add information here. So I can add, for example, the date, say, okay, perfect, I was there at 9 today, this is the task, it's automatically filled in. The person of contact, the client name was Anita Olivier, for example. The state of the room intervention was excellent. I can add any comments here, really easy. I can even add a picture after installation. So let's take a picture with my mobile, of course. Here I was added another picture in my DB. That's me installing the heat pump, for example, and perfect. I can click everything and sign online directly up with the tablet. I sign this intervention worksheet. That's perfect. The worksheet is completed, and as you can see on the left here, I can even make the client sign the report and send it afterwards. So I will make the client sign the report. As you can see, you have the report in this customer portal, online customer portal, which is really useful, where the customer will have access to all information that has been made for that specific task. So there will be the different time and material, there will be the timesheet, hours, the worksheet that has been completed by myself, by the technician, and the customer will be able to directly sign to validate that he agrees or she agrees with the different intervention that has been done. So sign online directly, as easy as that. I will be able to be back to the edit mode with this worksheet completed and signed, the report signed by the client. I can, of course, send it afterwards by email. So I'll mark the task as done, everything is done. I will go to my next task and mark this one as done. As you can see, and that's something that I can do as well, is if I need to alert my manager, for example, David Wilson, I will alert him here, say, David, hey, task completed, added 20 meters pipe, as you will see in the worksheet. And I can log. Now, let's be David, the manager. As the manager, I will be able to see all tasks. I'll see all tasks to schedule, but also all tasks to invoice that are ready to be invoiced. I can click on it, and there I should see normally my task for Brightlight Enterprise, which is here, that is ready to be invoiced. From there, I will be able to, and I can show you that here, or I can select them all there. For example, the 45, where is it? 45, there, and create the invoice directly in mass, or I can, for example, there, and create this invoice. I will be able to create a regular invoice or a down payment and create the draft invoice. This invoice, as you can see here, is here with all the information needed, really easy, and I will be able to confirm or let the accounting department confirm this specific invoice when they're ready to invoice. Of course, on the invoice, you will always have this information about the sales order. And we will so confirm this specific invoice and send them to the client. So really easy flow. I didn't leave nearly the field service app, but as you have seen, I've used a lot of different modules to have a complete and full holistic view on those information. Of course, there are other possibilities for the field service to use. It can be linked, for example, to the help desk, where you will be able to create tasks based on client's demand. And of course, with this planning per user on the field service, you will be able to, for example, if I see that per day, because I have, let's say, for another example, I have a really urgent demand, I can, for example, Adrian is the only one available here, and I have an urgent demand from a specific client. I will be able to, for example, just create a new task directly from my planning view, say maintenance needed, for example. I will be able to set the project. This is for maintenance contracts, the customer, let's say it's arithmetic, for example, and I will be able to even select the sales order item. So as you can see here, arithmetic, they bought a maintenance and repair pack for 16 hours remaining on this pack, and so I will be able to bill on this specific pack and timesheet the hours needed on that specific pack. That's really, really useful. I will show you that here, save it here, and see this maintenance that is planned for myself, of course. Okay, I will show you here, and you will be able to timesheet the time on this specific pack. Let's say I spent 3 hours there. You will be able to see that there is only 13 hours remaining, and you'll be able even to access the sales order from there directly with this number of hours delivered with a different task that has been performed on that sales order. So really, really useful also to have full information and in-time information about each customer that you have. So let's go back to the slides. We've seen the field service module, the demonstration about this field service module. As you can see, the field service module is really transformative for business that deliver on-site support. It provides a really holistic view on all the information that needs to be performed, but also on the employee that perform those tasks. It allows you to have a full and boost in operational efficiency. It allows also to have full and in view and to be able to track all the resources and the stock parts that you have used, how to use them, and how to better use those parts. And finally, it allows you to have and to boost your customer satisfaction by providing on-time support and support that is organized and well-informed. In the end, and I think I would add to that information that it allows you to gain, and Odoo and most of the modules of Odoo allows you that to gain a lot of productive time, which is really useful and necessary for today's businesses. Thank you for your attention. I will be able to answer your question now via the Q&A. I will invite you to scan this pad and do not hesitate if you have any question. Thank you.
Thank you, Adrien, for this inspiring talk. I see on the pad that we have some first questions. Thank you to the others for the questions. So the first question here is, how is the customer able to make a direct request regarding any site intervention?
Yeah,
On-site intervention.
Yeah, good question. So there are different possibilities. Of course, they can call you. But as I mentioned during the presentation, you might have and use the help desk module of Odoo, which allows you and customer to directly request for intervention via on the contact form, for example, that would directly create, for example, a task for the intervention to be performed. So it's possible.
Okay, thank you. So next question is, does it have a mobile application?
Yeah, sure. It has a mobile application. It's available on mobiles, any mobiles.
Okay, we have a lot of questions coming in. Are planned hours and the planning linked? And can the planning be automated?
So the planned hours and the planning, as you can see here, the project management, I will show you that maybe here. Perfect on this workspace. So the field service planning is not linked with the global planning, let's say, of the users. You will have for this field service module a specific planning, which each user assigned to different tasks. I don't know if that applies to the question, but that's the planning. It's not linked to the global planning, let's say, of the users. It's really specific to the field service management and to be able to view the planning of each users here.
Okay, thank you. How clean can it be for the manager to have a clear view through all the tasks?
But I think I'm on the right page then here. For the manager, you can just go on the planning here, see a planning per user, for example, and you have this GAN view, which is, I think, really useful. You can see that per week, but also if you're more day-to-day, have that per day, and be able to, so if I go to Monday, for example, have a view per assignee to each project that they're assigned to, each task they're assigned to. And of course, with this search bar, you can always filter a group by, for example, for group by project, group by assignee per project, etc., etc. So you have a full flexibility to have a view, the view you like, let's say.
Okay, thank you. Next question. How can you see activities and tasks in the same calendar? Because to organize different services, we need to plan a lot of activities to certain tasks.
Mm-hmm. So what you could do is this view here. Again, you have a lot of different views. You can view if you have activities on tasks. So activities, just to remind maybe everyone, you can set activities to tasks. So for example, I take a task here. You can always set activities to those tasks. And plan those activities. And of course, so I will just plan this to do activity to schedule. You have a view in this planning per user, for example, a view of all activities that needs to be performed as well. So you can have a link also there and check the activities and go back to the planning to see the different plannings.
Okay, thank you. After a worksheet or service report is signed, where is it stored?
You will see normally the different worksheets, maybe in the reporting. You would see the different, let me have a look. Worksheet completed. Yeah, I should have a look. The worksheets are all directly there on the task. And I should find also the worksheet maybe completed. Yeah, I will have a look and maybe come back to me afterwards to have a look at that, where the worksheet effectively are stored.
Okay, thank you. So, next question. Does the task management work for the CRM pipeline?
So, if it works for this CRM pipeline, what do you mean by that? I don't know if you...
That's a good question. So, if you could express a little bit the question, would be good. We'll jump on to another question. Yeah. Oh, so there is an explanation. So task management in general, does it work for the CRM pipeline?
I mean, if you go to the CRM, I don't have the CRM app installed here, but it will be the same structure as those different tasks. You will have the different columns that you can personalize and drag and drop the different opportunities or tasks that need to be performed, the different opportunities to the different task, to the different stage, and you can also add activities to that are let's say the task on the opportunities of the CRM to be done.
Okay, as you have another question, can it be linked with inventory and maintenance modules?
So it can be, of course, linked to the inventory module, and you can see that here. It's directly on the task. It's directly linked to the different products and the inventory, and you have always this sales order link where you will be able to deliver a product, for example, and manage the delivery from there directly.
Okay, thank you, Adrien. I think we do not have more time, so if there are still questions, you can find Adrien just after the call. Thank you.
Thank you very much.